have a few minutes. I want to talk about why we're having this conference. So it's pretty simple. Our world is messed up, which I'm choosing my words. The legal system is part of that problem. The legal system is unjust by design. None of this should be controversial to anyone who has been paying attention. You might say it's rigged, more specifically that it's captured, and that corporate interests have captured the legal system. They've done the rigging. Many law students attend law school in hope of doing something to resist those injustices and do something about those problems. But law schools, it turns out, are themselves part of the legal system and therefore are captured. Law schools, therefore, typically, at least this law school and others that consider themselves elite, don't emphasize how the system, including the legal education itself, has been rigged by corporate interests. Indeed, it more commonly pretends that the legal system is somehow basically legitimate with some things at the margin that are problematic. They certainly don't make that a central message or prioritize pushing students towards careers that would undermine corporate power and capture. Instead, they teach students how to think like lawyers, which turns out to mean to think and operate in ways that reinforce corporate power and some of the resulting injustices. They teach students to engage in a kind of duplicitous double consciousness of performance, performing as if the law and reason leads to some inevitable legal result which is legitimate, while knowing and learning in their classes oftentimes that the law is largely indeterminate and that ultimate outcomes are determined by the product of where power is distributed. Students are taught as if they are in acting school. Law school is a kind of acting school. And the reason they're taught to be actors is because they are. They're acting as if the legal system is legitimate. But we also know it isn't in many ways, and it is the cause of many of our problems. In terms of career options, those same students who come to law school hoping to be able to do something about the problems in our world, the economic, environmental, and racial injustices that define our times and have long been with us, find they encounter themselves economic and social pressures that push them towards one of two career options. They can either fight the margin of a captured system on behalf of the groups that are most oppressed or exploited by that system, while taking a financial hit and taking much risk and perhaps sacrificing their own family's future, or they can fight on behalf of the wealthy and powerful and enjoy the financial rewards of working to promote the status quo. Missing in those options generally is finding ways to use a legal education that would resist and undermine corporate power and hold corporate actors accountable. This conference is intended to help highlight some of the many topics that law school has been designed to downplay, to point out some of the many ways that corporate interests have rigged our system, as well as some of the ways that lawyers have used their education to resist. Among those ways, we hope to spotlight the storytelling skills of the students writing on these topics for the flaw. But also we have amazing journalists like Jay Willis, Josie Duffy Rice, Max Alvarez, Brianna Joy Gray, Sam Rosen, David Enrick, and the 5-4 pod hosts who are busily calling out the nonsense on stilts that is our legal system. This conference will elevate the catalyzing influence of organizers and institution builders like Molly Coleman, Charity Ryerson, Sparky I. Abraham, Bianca Tylik, who are finding ways to organize coalitions and to build institutions to resist that very nonsense and shift the Overton window of what is imaginable in law. In addition, this conference will highlight the work of many remarkable justice-oriented plaintiffs' lawyers who have worked to use and bend the law into a tool of resistance and accountability. Lauren Barnes, Tom Sobel, Jane Conroy, David Maraskin, Anna Prakash, Matt Wessler, and many more, including Dick Daynard, are all here. They've been doing that work that is often downplayed in law school. In that vein, finding ways to do work that really makes change, I can think of no better place to start than with Ralph Nader, who has devoted his life to this fight and has much to teach us all. So with that, let's have a little applause for everyone who put this together.